back through the air as her back slammed against the rock below. A sharp snap, unmistakable, like something deep inside had broken. There are moments, tiny, fleeting, like a slip of the foot, a ringing phone, a single line in an email, yet somehow powerful enough to split a life in two. Before that moment, you're one person. After it, you're someone else, unplanned, unready, unfamiliar. This is the story of Lena, a girl who seemed to have it all. Until one morning in September when everything she believed in came crashing down with her. Lena was 27. She was a woman of movement, living in hiking boots, driven by a hunger to reach unnamed peaks. She feared no cliff. On the contrary, they made her feel alive. Climbing wasn't just her passion, it was her identity. It was where she found herself, where her anxieties vanished, where only breath, hands, and forward motion remained. That day in Utah, the weather was perfect. Clear skies, soft sun, a gentle breeze, a flawless day to climb. She double-checked her harness, clipped in the carabiner, took a deep breath and began her ascent. But just minutes later, a slight hiss. Then, nothingness. The rope had come loose, or slipped, or maybe someone made a mistake in the safety check. She would never be sure. All she knew was she was falling. Fast, hard, freezing. Her. When she opened her eyes, everything blurred. The sterile hospital lights were pale and foreign. She couldn't feel her legs. The diagnosis landed cold and sharp as a blade. 3 shattered vertebrae, a crushed pelvis, complete loss of sensation in both legs. The doctor spoke gently, but every word felt twice its weight. "You may not walk again, Lena." She didn't cry, not because she was strong, but because she didn't yet understand. Just yesterday she had been climbing, laughing into the wind. Now she lay here, still, broken. Not just her body, but her entire sense of who she was. Doubt began to creep in. If she could no longer stand, no longer climb, no longer be strong, then was she even still Lena? After the fall, what remained wasn't the screaming or the tears, it was silence. A long, hollow pause between the person she had been and the one she hadn't yet become. The time after the accident blurred into shapeless days. There were no clear markers, no steady ground. Everything blended. The hospital lights, the soft rattle of wheelchair wheels, and the ever-present sting of antiseptic. On the first day after surgery, she tried to lift her legs, but they didn't respond. Not a twitch, not the faintest sign. It felt like 2 dead branches were attached to a body she no longer recognized as hers. Doctors, nurses, physical therapists, they all spoke in soothing tones. It takes time. Recovery is a journey. The human body is remarkable. But no one said that sometimes the journey feels so lonely it makes you want to disappear. Lena began physical therapy like a machine. Lift arm, bend back, shift on the bed. Each small motion drained her like moving the world itself. But the harder part was looking in the mirror and not recognizing herself. Tangled hair, dull eyes, and always the wheelchair, ever present. Like a new limb she never asked for. Friends visited at first, a lot of them. They brought flowers, cookies, stories from the outside, but gradually they stopped coming. Some said they were busy, some said nothing. She didn't blame them. Honestly, she understood. Not everyone knows how to face someone who once seemed invincible, now silent, still, lost. Her mother flew in from another state to take care of her. She brought a box of oatmeal cookies, an old knitted scarf, and eyes filled with quiet sorrow, always pretending to be hopeful. Lena saw the pain behind her mother's smile, and each time she turned away, Lena saw her shoulders tremble. One afternoon, as the sunlight spilled through the thin curtain, Lena asked, "Do you think I'll ever climb again?" Her mother stayed silent for a long time. Then gently, "I don't know, but I know this, you're still Lena, whether you're on a mountain or sitting here." The words weren't magical, but they made her cry. For the first time in weeks, the tears came, not from physical pain, but from the quiet grief that she had only just now dared to name. Lena had lost a version of herself. But in that ache, she realized if something was lost, maybe it was also a chance to build something new. That night, for the first time, Lena opened her laptop. Not to look at old photos, but to write. She typed a simple sentence. "I fell, I hurt, I broke, but I'm still here." The next day, she wrote, "I don't know what I can do yet, but I know this, I'm not finished." She began sharing her words online, not for pity, but for connection. And something beautiful happened. Strangers wrote back. They shared their own stories of loss, falls, accidents, breakups, and how they, too, tried each day to rise again. Lena realized she wasn't alone. Maybe she couldn't climb mountains anymore, but now she was climbing something else, an inner mountain. And sometimes standing up doesn't mean standing on your feet. It means daring to face life, daring to start over, daring to believe that you still matter.